Hello and welcome to Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'm Caitlin Rhiannon. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I'm going to be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get an idea of the energy for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, and how we can best navigate throughout or within those energies. So I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for every sign of the Western Zodiac. The first card will be from the Wildwood Tarot, and that will give us an idea of what is coming this week. And the second card will be from the Primrose and Prose Oracle deck, and that will give us some advice on how to navigate throughout or within the energy of the coming week. At the very end, I will also be pulling a universal manifestation card. So if you choose to jump ahead to the cards that are pulled for your sign, make sure you also jump to the very end so that you can get a little bit of that extra goodness in your life this week. Anyway, since it is Aquarius season, let's go ahead and get started with our lovely Aquarians. Aquarius, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the 8 of Bows. This is a celebration energy. There is a sense of taking what is working for you and making everybody's life a little bit better with it. This is a pleasant, warm fire that spreads from heart to heart because you are the one doing the spreading of this fire, essentially, Aquarius. You are taking your joy, taking your comfort, and making sure that other people have it as well. You are not necessarily putting yourself aside for the sake of everybody else, but you aren't putting anybody else aside for the sake of your own well-being. You're making sure that if you have what you need and you have a little bit extra, if somebody doesn't have what they need, that at least you can do something about that. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Taurus. So the Taurus energy is very comfortable, very aware of your comforts, of your possessions, of your values. So this really goes along with the taking what is working for you and making it continue, perpetuating that energy, that positivity, so that it is constantly feeding into itself by expanding further, by spreading to these other people, by making sure that everybody has what they need. They can also in turn make sure that you have what you need. Pisces, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the 10 of Stones reversed. There is some frustration for you this week, especially where finances or your home are concerned. There is some missing comfort, a little bit of tension, probably with family members. They don't really know what you're doing or why you're doing it. They probably don't think that you are doing what is best for you because it is not what they would be doing if they were in that situation. So there may be even like a little bit of isolation over this next week, Pisces. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Solace. So isolation, take that and make it what you need it to be. Make sure that this is solitude, not necessarily like the loneliness of isolation. Take time to appreciate the time that you have by yourself. If you are feeling distant or separated from other people, maybe that's because you need to do some reflection inward on who you are and what you need and what makes you, Pisces, what makes you happy, what makes you satisfied, what makes you miserable. Address these things without other people trying to tell you what you feel or what you think or how to do anything. Take this time to yourself to just be you. Aries, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the Knight of Stones. And because the Knight of Stones is represented by the horse, there is a lot of movement here, and I would say more movement than in a traditional Pentacles card, which is typically what the stones suit. balances too. But the Knight of Stones in this deck, this is about movement and driven force. Staying almost like on a one-track mind sort of thing, Aries. You are staying focused. You are driving yourself forward towards what you want. This is a one step at a time sort of thing. This is not the Chariot. This is not just, picking you up and whooshing you forward on a journey towards success. This is hard work. But the point is that you are doing it and you have the opportunity to keep doing it this week. The Oracle card that comes along with this is Flight. So you are really being encouraged to keep moving. This is not a time for sitting still. This is not a time. Take time to rest. Don't use this as an excuse to not rest, but this is not a time to just sit back and let things happen on their own. They're not going to happen on their own, most likely. This is something that needs to be directed, driven, pushed forward. So take action, keep moving, drive yourself to where you need to be. Taurus, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the Ten of Vessels reversed. Emotional, things just aren't what you want them to be right now, Taurus. You probably have a lot of feelings about that, and you probably don't really want to deal with those feelings because, Taurus, when do you want to deal with your feelings? A lot of you, anyways, I'll bet. But so you've got a lot of them right now. They're not what you want them to be. The Ten of Vessels is normally a card of abundance and fertility and family and happiness. And when it's reversed, it just means that you're not getting those things right now. It does not mean that you will never have them or that this is a forever misery. So don't lose hope, but you might need to actually sit with your feelings before you can start to receive the rewards that you want. Now, the Oracle card that comes along with this is Solace. So you need to take a break from the other energies around you, from the world around you, essentially. That is in your highest interests right now, especially as you are processing your feelings. You can't process your feelings when you're taking care of everybody else and everybody else's feelings and everyone else's emotional responses. When you're worrying about all of that, it is all too easy to put your own feelings aside. And right now, it's kind of important that you sit with them, that you go through them, and you gotta clear them out. The only way for you to let go of what is dragging you down is to actively address it. So take some time to yourself this week, Taurus. Gemini, your tarot card for the week, January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the King of Arrows, who is represented by the Kingfisher. And in this representation, there's a lot of clear sight, a lot of just a sharp sense of mental capabilities for you this week. You're able to see things clearly, identify what is going on. You may not be able to see everything beneath the surface, but you can when you need to. This is you are honed, you are aware, you are focused. There is a sense of almost of hunting down what it is that you need to achieve right now. Now, the Oracle card that comes along with this is Virgo. And you are asked to take that, the analytical Virgo energy and combine it to your own mentally driven Gemini energy and use that to stay focused, stay on track. Don't veer off course right now. You have this really sharp mind and it's working towards your advantage right now. But if you lose focus, if you put your sharp mental skills towards something, something else, something that isn't actually your main goal, you might not achieve that goal. Cancer, your tarot card for the week of January 31st, February 6th, 2021, is the Seven of Stones. This is going to be a really good week for doing some very necessary healing and probably some overdue healing. You have been focusing on everything else and everyone else but yourself, probably trying to put in the necessary self-care. But when it comes down to it, it is really hard to actually take the time and do that. So over this next week, it looks like this healing is finally being given a chance to happen. So emotionally, maybe even physical rest, healing between you and other people, spiritual healing from your past. This is just a really good week for recovering your necessary and vital energies. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is reflection. So as you do this healing and as you undergo all of this positive transformation and recovery of your energies, you are asked to make sure that you are looking at the deeper impact of all of this, reflecting on what has happened to you, what you have done to yourself, what you have been a victim of by others, and recognizing what it is that happened so that you don't have to go through it again. This healing process is part of it is recognizing what hurt you so that you don't need to experience this necessary healing again. Leo, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021 is the Six of Bows. So there is a lot of growth and positive forward movement for you over this next week. You are feeling successful. You are feeling like your needs are being met, like your wants are being met, like the work that you have been doing is actually getting rewarded. Who'd have thought? You're actually getting what is owed to you. You're getting what you deserve. There is a sense of positive movement and just feeling happy, feeling grateful, feeling able to feel grateful, actually recognizing the good in your life and being aware of it enough to give it the credit that it deserves. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is paired. So over this next week, as you are taking in all of these rewards, you are being asked to, first of all, pay attention to your relationships. Pay attention to the people in your life who are supporting you, who actually want to see you successful, who see the rewards that you are getting and respond with happiness for you, not happiness for themselves, and not greed or hope that they can take what you are getting, and not jealousy or anger or anything negative towards your accomplishments. And the second part of this paired message is, if it is possible, to share this energy with the people who are supporting you. Virgo, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021 is the Page of Bows, who in this deck is represented by the Stoat. And over this next week, there's a lot of learning for you. There's a lot of awareness, but there may not be a lot of really direct movement or progress for you. This is more of a week of watching and waiting and making sure that things are lining up the way you need to before you take action. If you need to, there is a sense of being able to respond quickly in a sort of like a panic, fight or flight response sort of thing. But for the most part, you are asked. This isn't so much the advice card, but the prediction is more of staying back and watching things happen rather than being a direct participant. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is impending, which does say prepare, because something is coming your way. This is a good week to plan and prepare for the movement that is heading your way and the movement that you are about to make. Even if it feels like you are kind of spinning your wheels and just watching, waiting, almost like an outside looking in sort of feeling. It's coming, so get ready. Make sure that you are ready to go. Make sure that, in that fight or flight moment, you can respond with, okay, here we go. Let's take this on and move forward. Libra, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021 is the Queen of Arrows, who is represented by the Swan. So there is a very strong sense of mental clarity and a peaceful mental clarity. There is not a lot of worry this week. You're not really letting yourself worry. You're letting yourself deal with things. If you can't deal with it, there's nothing to worry about. So you're setting things aside. So there is this sense of peace. Now, swans are a little bit territorial, so this awareness does come with an edge. If you catch somebody trying to take what is yours, trying to step on your toes this week, there is a good chance that those people will have to face your wrath. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Aquarius card, which actually is also represented by a swan. So this, I associate swans with protectors. So this sense of protecting what is yours with grace and elegance and poise is really strong for you this week, Libra. Excuse me. Now, the Aquarius message of this is twofold. In one part, in general, this asks you to take that Aquarian awareness and combine it with the swan, the queen of arrows as well, in just staying focused, staying aware of what you know and not worrying about what you don't. If it's not yours to know, it's not yours to know just yet, but you will eventually, so you don't need to worry about that. The other side of the Aquarius message is, this is Aquarius season. Live in the moment. Don't get so caught up in your thoughts, as this is a mentally driven week. Don't get so caught up in your thoughts that you end up drifting to the past or floating in the future. Make sure that you are staying grounded in the present. Scorpio, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the Six of Bows. So there is a lot of positive forward movement for you this week, Scorpio. You are getting what you want. You are getting what you need, and you are getting what you deserve. You are getting what you have worked for. You are getting. That is like the main message of this week for you, Scorpio. You are receiving. Your arms are open, and universe says, all right, here you go. Now, at the same time, make sure that you are keeping your arms open to good things, focusing on the good. This is an easier week for doing that, for focusing on the good rather than on what isn't working, because enough is going well, enough is going your way that you are able to give it the credit and validation that it needs to perpetuate itself. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Capricorn. So you are asked, even though everything is starting to turn up roses and give you what you want and what you need, you are still asked to continue doing the work to get what you want and what you need. The work is not over yet, Scorpio. You still need to do it. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Yes, make sure that you are appreciating your rewards, but keep moving forward, keep planting seeds, keep doing the necessary work to make sure that the rewards can keep coming. Sagittarius, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the Knight of Stones, who is represented by the horse. And in this deck, this is a card about movement and momentum and staying driven, staying on course, staying focused. Sagittarius, take that one-track mind that you have access to and use it this week. This is a really excellent week for making things happen, seeing growth, not necessarily seeing final results, but putting things into motion so that, you know, this is the snowball that you are putting at the top of the hill, that as it rolls, it just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger until it is moving on its own, and you don't need to be standing behind it pushing it. But for now, this is the time to get that movement started. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Libra, and you are asked to maintain balance as you throughout all of this movement, as you are moving forward. Make sure that you are looking both ways before you cross the street, that you are not taking advantage of anybody on your way, that you are staying grounded and focused. especially with fast movement. If you are going faster than you can control, if you look the wrong way, if you get distracted, off you go into the ditch. So stay focused, stay aware of the direction that you are heading in, stay balanced. Capricorn, your tarot card for the week of January 31st to February 6th, 2021, is the Five of Stones reversed. And as far as reversals go, this is one of the more positive ones. This is something that we kind of want to be thrown out of balance because it is discomfort and just harsh situations, a harsh environment that we have to sit through and survive. And it's reversed, Capricorn. You are done. You have done the work. You are free from this situation. You are being given an opportunity this week, to stand up and get out of it, the situation that you are stuck in, to move yourself forward, to take resources that are being provided to you this week. You might not have had access to them before, but you do now, and use them to just steer yourself forward, just project your own energy as far forward as you can. The oracle card that comes along this week is Synergy. So with this one, work with everybody else. This is about all things leading towards a major change. All little things adding up to make one big change. So work with the other people in your life because they can help initiate or instigate the necessary changes that will help you get out of the situation that you are in, or help get you into another situation that is more beneficial to you. The Synergy card really makes me think of the butterfly that flaps its wings and causes a hurricane on the other side of the world. So remember that even just this one little step that might feel like it's nothing right now can get you where you need to be way down the road. At the end of my readings, I like to pull a card from my favorite manifestation, motivation, affirmation deck, the Super Attractor. So I have pulled one card for everyone who joins me for this reading, just to give us an idea of what we should be carrying within ourselves, what we should be focusing on, how to direct our energy this week. So the card that I have pulled says, "When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself." When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So my interpretation of this card is, when I'm patient, so having patience is a choice. It is an action. It is not something that we are born with. Humans are not patient. So we have to actively choose to be patient. So when I am patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. If I can let things be, if I can just be patient and wait and not try and push things or stick my hands in things or make anything happen, universe will do it for me. And especially if I can't do it for myself, why am I trying to make it happen? Why am I trying to do something that I can't do? So if I can take a step back, universe will take charge and do what needs to get done. Now, affirmations can be fairly personal, so what this says to me might be completely different from what it said to you. And if that is the case, please, if you are comfortable sharing, I would love to know what that is. If you would feel comfortable, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I hope that the readings in this video have been resonant and that they can provide just a sort of helpful, relevant compass to offer guidance, insight, clarity, whatever it is that you need to get you through this next week. Please like the video if it sang to your soul, if it resonated with you, and let me know in the comments what you thought of the cards that were pulled for your sign, what you thought of the Super Attractor card at the very end, what you'd like to see in the future. I've got lots of things planned. Look out for some guided meditations. Those will be a couple of the very first things to come. If there's anything else you want to see, make sure that you let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, please. I upload weekly videos like this and monthly forecasts as well to give us an idea of what's coming and how to deal with it. I will also leave a link to my Facebook page. If you follow me on Hedgewitch Hearthcraft on Facebook, I post a daily card, sort of like these ones, just to give us an idea of how to get to our own highest good. That's also the best way to get in touch with me if you ever want to book a reading of your own, or if you have any questions, or you just want to say hi. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Be good to yourself.